Right. Example 7, it says if the domain of the function f of x is pi plus 5 cosine inverse x over 2 plus b, the domain is the closed interval 3, 7, then we need to find what is 2b plus 1. Now, we know that what is the domain? So we know this is a known fact, that the domain of sine inverse of x, not just sine inverse, cosine inverse of x over 2 plus b, right, is what is going to be minus 1 and 1. This is always true. So it doesn't matter what is here. This domain is going to be this. So it simply means that what? X over 2 plus b has to be between what? 1 and minus 1, right? And then you can multiply both sides by 2. So this is minus 2 less than x plus what? 2b less than equals to 2. We just multiply through by 2. Then what can we do? So we can subtract minus 2b from both sides. So this is minus 2 minus 2b is less than equals to x is less than equals to 2 minus 2b. Yeah. So this is what it is. And what this means that what the domain is going to be from minus 2 minus 2b and also 2 minus 2b, the closed interval. So this is the domain. But you are already given that the domain is what? Is this. So you now compare with, what you are given, which is 3 and 7, close. This means that what? It means that you can use any side. So it means that minus 2b minus 2 minus 2 minus 2b is going to be 3. And this simply means that what? Minus 2 minus 3 is equals to 2b. So here we have minus 5 is equals to what? 2b. And therefore b is equals to minus 5 over what? Minus 5 over 2. All right. What does that mean? That means that if you are looking for 2b plus 1, 2b plus 1 is going to be 2 times minus 5 over 2 plus 1. And this is nothing but minus 5 plus, which is minus 4. So let's see the next question. The next question, it's the range. Now, what is the range? How do you find the range of cosine inverse? We know the range of cosine of 1 minus 3x is what? Is 0 to pi, right? This is true. Now, so what does that mean? It means that what? If you have cosine inverse is going to be between, remember, we're using the range now, not the domain. So the range means the value of y, right? So the whole of this is true. So we have to use this to create this function that we have. So the first thing we do is we can multiply, because we have a minus here, we can multiply both sides by minus. So this is 0 greater than equals to minus cosine inverse 1 minus 3x greater equals to minus pi, right? So remember, we multiply by negative. That is why we interchange all the inequalities there. And then we can subtract pi from both sides. So this becomes minus pi. And this is cosine inverse. 1 minus 3x minus pi is greater or equals to where? Minus pi, right? So this is just minus pi greater or equals to minus cosine. But if you look at this, what is this one? The middle term is nothing but the whole y. This is the same thing as y. So this is just y is greater or equals to what? Minus 2 pi. Then we can rewrite this as minus 2 pi is less than equals to y is less than what? Minus pi. So it means the range is going to be between minus 2 pi and minus pi. Okay. Now, example 9. Example 9 is asking us to find the what? The domain and the range. It's asking for the domain and the range. So let's see. I hope nothing is gone. Now, to find the domain and the range, what do we do here? So let's just leave this one only. So this is for sine inverse. Let's find the domain. So this is the domain. The domain here is what? This is sine inverse. So the domain is going to be minus 1 to 1. So all you need to do to find the domain, you have to let what is this input here to be between minus 1 to 1. So these 2x plus 1 must belong to where? Must belongs to minus 1 to 1. So what does that mean? It means minus 1 is less than 2x plus 1, and this is less than 1, right? So now you subtract 1 from both sides. So you have minus 2 is less than what? 2x is less than equals to what? 0. And now you have divide both sides. So you have minus 1 less than x less than equals to 0. So the domain is simply from minus 1 to 0. Now, how do we find the range? We know the range of sine inverse is what? The range of sine inverse is minus pi over 2 to pi over 2. So it means that this is how we need to start. We have sine inverse of what? Of 2x plus 1. So no matter what is the input, the range of this is going to be between minus pi over 2 and pi over 2. This is always true, irrespective of, but you know, the x must come from the domain. So if you take any x to be minus 1 from minus 1, 0, and you substitute it here, the output will be between minus pi over 2 and pi over 2. So now we have to use this information just like we did before in the last question to create what we want. What do we want is y. So if you look at y, you have multiplying by 2 here. So we'll multiply everything by 2. So this is minus pi is less than equals to 2 sine inverse of 2x plus 1. And this will be less than equals to pi. And also you can see there is a vertical shifting. So now we have to subtract again, minus y from both sides, minus pi. And this will be 2 sine inverse of 2x plus 1 minus pi less than equals to what? Pi minus pi as well, which will be 0. So here you have minus 2 pi is less than equals to 2 sine inverse of 2x plus 1 minus pi, and this is less than equals to 0. So if you look at this, this is nothing but the y that we are given, right? So this is minus 2 pi is less than equals to y is less than equals to 0. So it means the range is just from minus 2 pi to 0.